Today I was going to read from the top 10 rules for success. I was going to read Rule 2 and Rule 4 from Gary Vaynerchuck. So if you have any thoughts or questions or comments about either of the rules, feel free to join the discussion below. And if you find the topics interesting, feel free to hit the like button. So Gary Vaynerchuk's rule number 2 is work. How do you get money to do what you love? You don't. I lost a load of money when I started doing what I loved. What you do is you position yourself to succeed. So, for example, if you're doing something else and you want to do this thing you love, you do it after hours. You work 9 to 6, you get home, you kiss the dog, and you go to town. You start building equity in your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish after hours. Everybody has time. Stop watching Lost. If you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, that's how you get it. And that particular rule kind of feels like what Eric Thomas talks, or not Eric, Eric Thomas talks about with the whole, beast mode, and working and giving 120%. That kind of feels like Gary's message is sort of goes along with his perspective. And Gary's rule number 4 is execute your ideas. I'm a humongous believer in the idea that ideas are shit and that execution's the game. We all got ideas. Everyone's got ideas. Do you know how many fucking ideas we all have here? We can probably sit here for the next 2 hours, draw them all out, record them, and predict the next 78 great startups over the next 9 years. There is way too much fodder brought to the idea. Uber was Magic Cab 3 years earlier. Uber is not an idea. Uber existed. It was called Magic Cab. But the guys that executed it sucked, so they lost. If there's any level of romance left in this room about your idea, I'd like to suffocate it, because I think the actual situation is what you actually do with it. So, having an idea doesn't really necessarily mean anything if you don't do anything with it. You have to execute on the idea, and you also have to be able to implement it well too, because as that passage just talked about, Uber wasn't an original idea per se, because Magic Cab did it previously, but their execution sucked, so Uber implemented it better. Not only did Uber take the idea and execute on it, they execute on it better. So one company, ran with it and made it work, and the other didn't. So, you have to be able to work, like, the first rule was, and you have to be able to put it in for a long enough period of time. So Gary said, if you're not working your passion, work the 9 to 5, come home, and spend the rest of your time trying to make that work on the side. And then, so, you take that as far as like doing the fucking work, and then, you kind of tie it with having an idea and executing on it. So, not everyone can be, Elon Musk doing Tesla and SpaceX, but if you have some idea to disrupt the marketplace, you can execute that idea and make some money off it. You can't just be like, oh well, I don't know if that'll work or not. If you put in the time after your daily job, you will see incremental improvements until something finally happens. It's not going to be in overnight success, instant gratification, but simple improvement, simple improvement, simple improvement, and then all of a sudden, it might skyrocket in a couple of months or a year of consistent effort over time. Not like, oh, I did this Wednesday and then leave it alone for a week, and then happens again next Tuesday and leave it alone for a couple. No, that's not gonna work. You have to like pretty much every single fucking day putting in some effort. Yeah, one of my roommate's cats decided it wanted to join me while recording my video. So yeah, put in the fucking work, take your ideas and fucking execute it on 'em. Hopefully you found some value in this. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell notification so you can continue to see when I upload new videos. Thanks and have a good day.